The Monte Carlo, round one of the 2012 FA World Rally Championship. The WRC back here after a 3-season gap, and this year marking the 80th running of one of the world's most historic rallies. Infamous for its mixed conditions and difficult tyre choices. This, the first time for many years that a WRC event has run over 5 days, starting in Valence and finishing, of course, in Monaco. 18 stages in total. Well, today the rally finally arrived in Monaco. Portside Monte Carlo, fantastic sunny weather, feels like springtime. Well, some splendid lots of yachts. Inviting service park and some happy rally fans. A wonderful backdrop then for the second part of the 2012 Monte Carlo rally. Another 4 stages on this demanding event, including 4 runs. Yes, in total, 2 on the legendary Col de Torini. Well, this is the scene at the top of the Torini before the start of stage 14, the first stage of day 4. And as ever, the fans flock to this point, eagerly awaiting their flying heroes. Well, they were there, but the cars were in the service park in Monte Carlo for a 45-minute service to prepare for the first loop of 2 stages, 14 and 15. Yes, the man was in town. His name is Tommy Mäkinen to you and me, 4 times World Rally champion. Yes, and passing on some top tips perhaps to Peter Solberg. Encouragement, maybe. Yes, and Gilles Panizzi, French tarmac star, of course. 3rd in Monte Carlo in 2005. Remember his glowing cheeks, almost filling the cabin. Terrific. Well, back at Citroën, and Sébastien Loeb has a very comfortable lead of over 2 minutes. The 8 times world champion, relaxed, and, well, why not? He's on the verge of a 6th Monte Carlo victory.
Okay, we are here in the sun. Stages seems not to be too tricky, so I hope it will be okay, and I will try to take it quite easy today and try to finish the day without any problem.
The Monte Carlo rally started on Wednesday in Valence. Loeb won the first stage, the longest of the rally. His choice, soft tyres. Well, it's a bad start for Ford star Jari-Matti Latvala, losing more than 20 seconds using super softs at the start. On the second stage, though, with snow and ice, Latvala shone brightly. He took the stage, beating Loeb by more than 50 seconds. And in so doing, took the rally lead. Well, Latvala was still leading going into stage 4, the last run of day 1, but the icy found caught him out. He was to slide off the road and out of the rally. No super rally, don't forget. No second chances. It's now called Rally 2. That option not taken up by the Monte Carlo organisers. So out means out. Dani Sordo on board the factory Mini was now Loeb's nearest rival. Yes, the Spaniard, 1 minute and 4 behind. Sordo lost about a minute on stage 2, despite hitting a wall twice in one incident, as you saw. Yeah, you could call that lucky. Certainly a warning then. This place bites. Back in Valence, things were running great for Sébastien Loeb, but not so for his teammate Mikko Irvonen. The Finn down in 6, dropping back with brake issues on his Citroën. Well, the battle for second place overall between Dani Sordo and Peter Solberg became the focus of the early phase. It was breathtaking throughout day 2. On stage 5, the first of the day, Peter was 3 seconds faster than Dani and went on to, or into second overall, with Sordo 1.9 behind. Well, our simulcam feature on stage 6 showed how equally both drivers were. Yes, matching braking points, and at the end of this one, Dani took back second place with Peter just 3/10 behind. Well, after stage 7, Peter was second overall. Dani 3.7 behind. Dani went fastest of all on stage 8, closed to 1.5 off Peter. Peter reacted on 9, I might add, and put Dani out to 2.4 down. So close, of course. They were busy. It was thrilling. But on stage 10, the last run of the day, Petter lost 6.1 to Danny and dropped to third, 3.7 behind. Yes, in the standings. At the end of day 2, Sordo, lying 1 minute 37 behind Loeb, the world champion, looking good. Let's speak to Sordo.
This is a rally, and you never know, no? Even for Sebastian, he can make a mistake, because when you drive like that, it's very easy to make a mistake, and you can have a problem, and me, myself too. Everything can happen, so we need to keep concentration and keep pushing a little bit, not really hard, but stay in the race.
Through day 2, Irvinen climbed from 6th to 4th, but he's 2 minutes away from the podium. Comparison with Citroën teammate Sebastian Loeb, a natural thing to do, and a look at the standings must have been hard to take for Mikko. His response, head down, get on with it. Well, a scary crash for Works Citroën driver Sebastian Ogier on the last stage of day 2. It's captured by a fan, thankfully handed over. Rally over for the Frenchman. Friday morning, service in Valence, Petter Solberg. Yes, in conference with his Ford team about tyre choice for the next 3 stages on day 3. Petter going for 4 super softs with 2 winter tyres without studs in the boot. Too focused on the opening run? 20/20 hindsight is a wonderful thing. Well, on stage 11, the first of day 3, Petter was fastest of all. His first stage win in the Works Fiesta. Well, some relief at Ford, but how would that tyre choice unfold throughout the day? For now, Petter was back in second with Sordo 10 seconds behind him. Well, for the next stage, Petter used his 2 winter tyres without studs at the front and super softs at the rear. He was up against the Mini of Sordo with all-round winter tyres, also without studs. On the first wet part of the stage, Solberg already losing time to Sordo, as you see in our simulcam. Well, on the snowy and icy part of the stage, Sordo has so much more grip than Solberg. Petter, I've got to tell you, span. Tight left-hand corner, stalled the engine, and at the end, Solberg had lost a huge 1 minute and 7 to Sordo, dropped to third overall once again, now 57.6 behind Danny overall. And there was more bad luck for Solberg on stage 13. The stage completely dry. Cutting that corner, the fight back had begun, but yes, trying to make up that time. That big cut punctured the front left. Finished the stage on a damaged rim. Solberg third overall, now 1 minute and 6 from Sordo.
I think if we just push on and keep the same speed as we had the whole rally, it should be okay. But you can't have a mistake. Then it's over. Yesterday I broke a rim and had a puncture, and then I lost 16 seconds. So it's very easy to do in when you're pushing hard.
Well, such was Solberg's fall. He had to start thinking about the newfound pace of Mikko Irvinen, the Citroën driver, running 4th, and now only 23.8 behind Petter. Yeah, so a battle for 3rd place in the air. Irvinen enlivened by the challenge and happy to say so.
I will. I'm definitely gonna give it a shot, but can't do mistakes. I really want to finish this rally as well and start the season with a good result, with the good points. But it's there. It's not that much, so I'll try.
The Russian youngster Yevgeny Novikov, yes, driving consistently, except for a little mistake on day 1. Novikov has been, well, almost faultless. He's impressing plenty with his pace and indeed his maturity, running 5th after day 3, after setting the 3rd quickest time on stage 13. And it was a good day too for the French mini-man, Pierre Campana. Yeah, he does a great 3rd fastest time on that tricky stage 12. Lying 7th overall after day 3. Going well in the car he campaigned, of course, in the French Championship last season. Yes, familiarity goes a long way. Estonian Tanak, Ott Tanak, 8th overall at this point. He was 4th fastest on stage 11. And like Novikov, this is Tanak's first Monte Carlo. Prodigy of Marco Martin, they say, but as you'd expect, sometimes Tanak is not totally at ease. And stage 12, well, it shook him up more than a little.
was fast stage, like lot of icy places, some aquaplaning and some proper snow and ice as well. So for sure it was tricky. For sure we wasn't there like sweating because it was so hard. We were sweating because it was so scary. So yeah, it was quite a big fun.
Nice to get it so honest from Tanner. So these are the standings going into day 4. Loeb, our leader, 2 minutes and 12 clear of Sordo. The gap between Sordo and Solberg seems big. Not so between Sordo and between Solberg, Petter that is, and Irvinen. Yeah, it's a busy time. So stay with us, get ready for some fun on the classic Col de Torini after this. Welcome back to day 4 of the 2012 Monte Carlo Rally. It's Torini time. Yeah, lack of snow on top. It didn't diminish the challenge. The road, bone dry. Warm, you might say. 12 Celsius, the air temperature, and around 5 on top of the Torini. Francois Delacour has a lot of memories of the Torini. In 1991, he lost the lead of the Monte Carlo during the dramatic Nuit de Torini.
Many stories, not only my story in 91, but also I remember Darniche, Waldegard, so many stories in Monte Carlo at the end, and particularly Turini, because always the sky is, I don't know why, but many times the sky is blue. Sometimes you can see the moon, I don't know tonight. And then there was something strange around Turini. It's not a legend.
And he's tested himself against the greats, as you've heard. So back to today's greats. Another fastest time for Irvinen. His 3rd stage win in a row. Always superb to set the fastest time on the Torini. Yes, all talk about a lack of early pace now totally put to bed. Trying to catch Solberg for 3rd place, remember. That gap closing. And remember, Solberg started the stage 23.8 seconds in front of Irvinen. So just how much would be the trim? Well, no snow for anyone to throw, but boy, oh boy, they were making the most of it, weren't they? Petter Solberg wanting 2nd here, yes, in this rally. Possibly regretting his early rhythm with the goal of manufacturer's points for Ford. Well, Petter is now on a charge. He's a man, well, he self-funded himself, don't forget, his career during the financial crisis, don't forget. And yes, he's rallied through and through, and he was not looking behind. He's looking for Sordo. 15:38.4 was Irvinen's time on the Torini stage. Solberg, 2nd fastest, just 1.7 behind Irvinen. He stays in front. The question is, how would Sordo go? So, Irvinen, a little quicker than Solberg. Let's see how they compared. 18 kilometres into the stage is where we pick it up with our simulcam. Yes, this video overlay that a lot of you are so pleased about. Mikko Irvinen in the Citroën DS3 WRC, Petter Solberg in the Ford Fiesta WRC. Both equally fast. The Citroën, more power coming out of the corners. The DS3 Evolution engine, impressive. The Ford, hugely efficient during braking and comes back into play, into the corners. The Monte Carlo Rally always brings the very best out of the best, and it's great to see. Well, it looked like being a quiet afternoon for Sebastian Loeb. Needing to maintain a good rhythm, had to stay focused. This, though, is a master at work, let's not forget, and the conditions, well, playing into the leader's hands. His relaxed style, hugely efficient, and of course belief is not something lacking in Loeb. 3rd fastest, 1.9 behind teammate Irvinen. A job very well done.
220 plus 100 mètres. 100 mètres, cochon plus Montard. 100 mètres, gauche à fond court. à droite.
So Loeb doing his thing. What about Danny Sordo? Yes, starting the stage with a lead of 1 minute and 6.8 over Solberg, don't forget. So it wasn't just about the leader, it was about that battle for second place. Sordo not overly at ease, it has to be said, on the first pass of the Torini. Maybe just holding back a bit. Well, with Peder in the mood to attack, just how much of a cushion would be enough? Danny Sordo, only 7th fastest, losing 14.4 seconds to Solberg. The gap to Solberg dipping to under a minute. Sordo still in second. Peder Solberg now at 52.4 down. So let's go back to that point, 18 kilometres into the stage, and let's compare Sordo with Solberg, shall we, as we did yesterday. Yes, near circuit racing style on the bone dry surface. You could say it's the Grand Prix of the Turin. Well, just look at Solberg and Sordo in the corners. Sordo, a real tarmac driver, not throwing the car about, taking clean lines, no oversteer, keeping it smooth. Solberg, Scandinavian, loves gravel, likes to kick it out a bit. He did win a tarmac rally, don't forget, in 2003, the Tour of Corsica. Yes, that was his championship year. So when needs must, he adapts his style. Well, there must be an attack button on board. Yes, well, maybe it's just in his head, who knows. Onwards and upwards, stage 15. Similar to 14, a few patches of damp, but mostly dry. Warm and sunny for the morning, but the clouds are just starting to roll in. 12 Celsius. As we hit this, 5 to 4 local time in the afternoon. Peder Solberg, fastest, his 4th stage win of the rally. Just getting quicker and quicker, it seems, as the rally progresses. Says he enjoys driving the Fiesta so much, he just feels great. Peder is smiling.
Into slight left opens 20, hairpin left, double tightens.
Well, he had 3 difficult seasons as a private driver, looking for money all the time, was not so relaxed, certainly not relaxed enough for top championship driving, too busy managing the campaign. Well, somebody else is looking after those duties right now, and Peder is back on song. Well, he expects to hold 3rd place no matter what, but boy oh boy, would he be over the moon if he manages to take 2nd here.
I'm just trying to keep my place for the 3rd place, for Ford. That's the main thing for me. We had the chance with Sordo. I'm quite sure, but you have to be realistic here. But I did a mistake close to the end here that I lost a little bit, couple of seconds on. So I think Mikko will maybe take a couple of seconds, Hopefully not more if it's something. Yeah.
So enthusiastic, it always sounds breathless, doesn't he? He's a great guy. 2nd fastest, 8.4 behind Solberg, Sebastian Loeb. Full control for the leader of the rally. Well, when we caught up with him at the end of this one, his mood, well, remained focused. Slightly different goal in mind, yes, in the run for home. This man, yes, combative, but only as combative as he needs to be.
Right, here we go. It's very narrow, a lot of stones everywhere. So in my situation, you see more the stones on the side than the road in front. So the goal is not the same than when you are fighting. When you are fighting, you just try to brake as late as possible. Here you just try to brake not too late.
I don't think these guys breathe during the stage. So Mikko Ervinen, exact same time as Loeb through this one, but loses 8.4 to Solberg on the stage. Now 30.5, just over the half minute behind 3rd. Yes, still with some gaps in his armoury, perhaps. Maybe it's a question of belief. This is, of course, the first rally of the season.
Nothing better, obviously. He pushed really hard on damp conditions, and I wasn't so confident on the damp, so okay, I took it a bit steady. not good for the fight of the podium, but I didn't want to do any mistakes over there.
10, derecha 5.
Fourth fastest time for Danny Sordo, coming home 12.5 behind Solberg. Not taking risks, still playing the long game, but the gap is shortening under the assault from Petter. Overall, Sordo still solidly in second behind Loeb. Solberg now 39.9 behind Sordo. So just how hard was he going?
I honestly, in this stage, I'm pushing really hard for try to be in front. In the last one, I just drive, but here the feeling was not so bad. So if Solberg, if 8 seconds in the kilometer 11 is congratulations, because I really try, but I don't know.
And Francois Delacour, fifth quickest, only 0.3 behind Sordo. And the reason why Savignoni is shouting is that the intercom was failing. Well, he also had a problem with power steering. Brilliant performance by Delacour. So difficult to be quick on these twisty stages without power steering. You can't hear properly. Well, it hurts everywhere. What a guy. So the standings after stage 15. Loeb with a 2.5 minute gap on Sordo. Sordo still thinking he's comfortable with Solberg closing in perhaps. Irvinen, well, maybe it's going to have to be fourth for him. So the drivers heading back to Monte Carlo for service ahead of the second loop, with a second run of the Turini to come, in the dark of course. More challenges ahead then, surely some shift in positions. We'll see after the break. Welcome back to day 4 of the 2012 Monte Carlo Rally, second loop of the 2 stages run earlier today. Party time up top, the barbecues, the burning wood, some burning tyres as well, which wasn't pleasant. So smoke the issue, along with the flares and the flags. Well, Irvinen was fastest on the first run through Turini. Now the best time belonged to Petter Solberg.
Line, 6 left tightens 5, half long tightens keep in, and 5 right plus half long opens 60, 5 left plus
Stunning pitches through the night. Just keep on battling for that second place. What a great day for Solberg.
Long, 2 right minus tightens, 1 plus tightens a little, 30, 4 left minus tightens, 2 minus tightens, 1 minus half long.
He's an easy man to like, Petter Solberg. 9 years since his championship victory. Yes, a certain Monsieur Loeb has been busy since, but Petter drives like this. Yes, all the time, and when you see it, well, it's so impressive. Surely he has another title. We'll see. This man's out to stop him, of course. Second fastest, 2.2 behind Solberg. Yes, and taking it easy, Loeb. Listen to it. Almost a Sunday afternoon, amazing. Ominous signs then for the rest of the season ahead. So relaxed. Loeb manages to look so comfortable even on this, one of the most challenging events. Still way ahead in the lead, a stranglehold on the field. It's a very difficult task though for the rally leader, but somehow, yes, it comes a little easier to the master. Controlling, but still going fast. Amazing. Francois Delacour had power steering problems, as you saw earlier on, and audio issues once again rearing their ugly head. Hearing the co-driver's notes is absolutely vital, and that fault definitely compromised the Frenchman. Third fastest was Delacour. As for Danny Sordo, yes, controlling his second place, I think you might say. Calculating his rhythm based on the splits of Solberg. Fourth fastest, losing 9.1 to Petter Solberg, but staying second, 30.8 ahead of his rival.
Patrona patina 5 lenta, poco lenta, fue Cuneta. Frena a la izquierda 5 lenta, acaba 6. 10. Derecha 5 lenta. 5 lenta, 10. Izquierda 4 poco lenta, 10.
And it was rapid out, was it not? Well, last big push by Resumen to gain some time on Solberg, and maybe just pushing a bit too much. Well, a mistake at the beginning of the stage. Got himself into a bit of a spin. Only 5th fastest, losing 13.5 to Solberg. Well, fastest on the first run on the Turini, maybe. The 4th overall, and now 44 seconds behind Solberg. Now that woke them up. And so, stage 17. Not much change in conditions, so at least that was mapped in their minds. Resumen not attacking anymore, it seems, resigned to 4th place, and as a result, just ease off a little. 6th quickest on the stage, and why not? Danny Sordo, well, keeping an eye on Peter Solberg all day, strong, calculating, remaining not too stressed.
It's really very important because like that we can show everyone we can pro-drive a Mini. He can do a really good job.
Talking about the possibility of a podium, 2nd place looks certain. Peter Solberg not giving up on 2nd just yet.
It feels like I come into a Sebastian Loeb mood, you know. Everything it's so nice and easy, and it's great. Okay, the stage before it was a lot of damp, so we was a little bit more careful, but this is absolutely. I was so happy, guys. You know.
Well, feeling like Sebastian Loeb is one thing. Being Sebastian Loeb is completely something else. Well, maybe Sebastian is glad that this day is over. Busy securing his lead all day, and it ends just the way he wanted to. 2nd best time on the stage, 7.7 behind Solberg, taking the lead.
At the moment, yeah, for sure, it has been great. Today, it's really fantastic to drive here in these 2 stages in the night with an atmosphere like that, wet, dry conditions. So it's going very fast and some fire everywhere. It's really, really great.
Yes, as I was saying, taking the lead into the final day, and a comfortable one at that. 2 minutes 41.6. Goodness me. Don't forget, we have just 1 run left, and it's only 5 kilometers long. It is technical. It can catch you out, especially if you're not minded to keep your focus. But is Loeb heading for his 6th Monte Carlo victory? Well, frankly, we'd be surprised if not. Hopefully he'll join us tomorrow. Then, of course, there's highlights on Monday. This opening round of the World Rally Championship. What a way to start the year. I'm Carlton Kirby. Hope to see you tomorrow. For now, bye-bye.